SongCast Radio. True music discovery.
You are listening to the Country Spotlight here on SongCast. A very special guest out of Winnipeg, Canada, Errol Ranville. How you doing, Errol?
I'm doing great.
From the legendary Seaweed Band. Give us about 30 seconds. I know your career is long and fantastic, but kind of give us a little cliff notes about what you're all about.
100 years of playing since I was a kid. We played about 15 years and finally recorded, me and my brothers. And we got a number one song across Canada, so it kind of kicked off our career. But 20 albums later, and some really highs, a few lows, and here we are today. We've got a book, and we're writing a new book called The Seaweed Band Going the Distance. And so we'll be finishing that book sometime this year.
And there's also a CBC television show, The Errol Ranville Story. We'll talk about that a little later, talk about some great music, a bunch of great albums. We're just going to jam-pack all kinds of great information about you and your band into this show. But let's get into some music first. Start off with the track, Magic in the Music. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Magic in the Music, I wrote that song driving from Ottawa, the nation's capital, driving back to Winnipeg to where we reside. And it was supposed to be a southern rock song, but the producer, Craig Fotheringham, was doing a whole bunch of reggae with George McRae before we went in there, so he had that sound in his mind. And so when I brought in the song Magic in the Music, he changed it to a kind of a reggae beat.
And here it is, Magic in the Music. It's the Seaweed Band, featured artist on the Country Spotlight, True Music Discovery on SongCast.
Too long on the road, 16 hours with 5 more to go. A dozen one-night stands in the 2 weeks we've been gone. No, you don't understand, I've been at this way too long. Just one last tour, tasting the lure of the road. But wait, listen, I can feel it coming on. The reason we all do it now, it's coming on real strong. Oh, wait, that's it. Listen for the magic in the music. The crowd hustles in, the show's about to begin. They're playing our song, guess it's time to go on. Those first few minutes always scare me half to death. My body's shaking and my hands are filled with sweat. Just one last tour, tasting the lure of the road. But wait, listen, I can feel it coming on. The reason we all do it now, it's coming on real strong. Oh, wait, that's it. Listen for the magic in the music. Listen for the magic in the music. Take it to your soul, you'll never lose it. Treat it like your best friend, don't abuse it. And we live for the magic in the music.
You are streaming the Seaweed Band, featured artist on the Country Spotlight. We are speaking with Errol Ranville from the Seaweed Band. That track was Magic in the Music. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. What a great band. First of all, if you like what you hear, support this hardworking indie band. Make sure you buy tracks on Amazon, on Apple Music, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Wherever you buy and purchase music, you will find the Seaweed Band. Buy some tracks, play them for your friends and family, and support indie music. So let's talk about the CBC show that we had, the Errol Ranville Story. How did that come about, and when was that produced?
That was produced around 5 years ago. It was ongoing for a couple of years. We went into quite a bit of detail with it. It was kind of an ambitious project, but it turned out really well. It's called The Road to Here. And if you type in CBC Canada docs, you'll find it's called The Road to Here, the Errol Ranville Story.
Is that available on YouTube?
Yes.
We will link to that in the description of the video that we're going to put up on YouTube, on the SongCast YouTube page. And let's get into another track, Bringing Home the Good Times. I'm sure that the Road to Here talks about all these good times that you brought home, so tell us about the song.
Yeah. It's a song I wrote, of course, and I think what stands out to me personally about the song is that I won the Songwriter of the Year award here in the local Manitoba Country Music Awards in the province here in Canada. And I was really, really happy, and most happy because my dad was in the audience that night, so it made that even more special.
Here it is, Bringing Home the Good Times, the Seaweed Band, Indie Country on SongCast.
Living on long distance love, greasy burgers and fries, living on the dreams of folks I idolize, trying to keep my head on straight, spending money that we ain't made, hoping we keep it together while we wait for that big break. But I'm bringing home the good times, gonna hold that lady of mine, gonna take her in my arms and make up for all lost time. I'm bringing home the good times and the moment I've been dreaming of, the thrill of her touch I miss so much, spend the whole day making love. We've been out here, living on smoking cold beer, doing without the comforts of home and all that I hold dear. They tell me it's gonna pay off high, they tell me we're gonna reach the sky. There's times I lay awake at night, asking myself why. But I'm bringing home the good times, gonna hold that lady of mine, gonna take her in my arms and make up for all lost time. I'm bringing home the good times and the moment I've been dreaming of, the thrill of her touch I miss so much, spend the whole day making love.
Was Bringing Home the Good Times, indie music from the Seaweed Band. Excellent country music here on Spotlight. We love promoting indie artists that are just hardworking and fantastic, just like the Seaweed Band. Errol Ranville is our guest. Country rock out of Winnipeg. Been around for how long? 20, 30, 40, 80 years?
About 100.
About 100? I was close. Open for legendary artists such as Toby Keith. Who else have you shared the stage with, country superstars?
Willie Nelson was fun. Willie was a really, really cool character to sit and chat with. after the concert, we sat with him right until about 3:30 in the morning until they tore the lights down on the stage, and then we all drove out of there.
Fantastic. Now, you have a book out called Run as One. Tell me about that book.
Run as One, My Story. It was kind of a natural progression of my career, our career at this time. Because we had done the documentary, and then the idea of a book, and so it's pretty much my personal story. And now this year we're writing another book called The Seaweed Band, Going the Distance, and I'm writing that with my two brothers, Wally and Don.
If anybody wanted to pick up Run as One, where could they get it at?
The book, you can just punch in Chapters Canada, and they have copies that they mail out around the world.
Let's move on to another track called Old Rodeo Cowboys. Tell me about that one.
Old Rodeo Cowboys, another song I wrote. The fun part about that song is that we were doing an album called A Tribute to Southern Rock, and so we were doing some Leonard Skinner songs, Charlie Daniels songs, and so I wrote a song that was pretty much pure country rock, and we did a video for the song. So the song did really well. They flew me out to Toronto, and I was on a show called Outlaws and Heroes, and they featured the video on that show. So the song did well for us, and it caused a lot of touring, which we like to do.
And the video is on YouTube?
It is, yeah.
Here it is, Old Rodeo Cowboys, the Seaweed Band, indie music, true music discovery on SongCast.
For the last week or two, we've been saying we're through with this old 9 to 5. Well, what are we gonna do? There's work in Montana, riding the herds, but to leave Alabama's sure enough gonna hurt. Back to New Mexico, ride with the best in that old rodeo. You could ride them bulls, and I'll pitch all their feet. Some luck and some pull, is all we're gonna need. I'm willing and ready. So long, the nagging is steady, the yearning strong. A sad look inside, we must be. Oh, rodeo cowboys in the city. Goes to old Mexico. Yes, horses and guns, they ride with the show. So make up your minds, what's it gonna be? This old mobile cowboys breaking free. My boots need re-soled, and my soul needs to be free. The city's so cold, and the road is calling me.
are streaming the Seaweed Band. Featured artist on the Country Spotlight. That was Old Rodeo Cowboys. Make sure you pick up some music wherever you purchase and stream music. Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. You will find the Seaweed Band. Make sure you support this hardworking indie artist. Are you playing lots of shows, and where can people find your show dates if they're in the area? I want to check you guys out live.
Our show dates are usually on the Seaweed Band website, and I guess we should tell the listeners that it's spelled with the letter C, not S-E-A, in case they go hunting. We got our tour dates on this last year when COVID stopped or petered out a bit. We got really, really busy. This past year was probably the busiest touring season we've had in 10 years.
Excellent. Where can people find you on social media? I bet your tour dates are there as well.
Yes, Errol Ranville on most of the platforms, or just the Seaweed Band.
Okay, and Errol is ERROLRANVILLE. So look him up on social media. Look up the C-Weed Band. Also on social media, you'll find lots of tour dates and stuff like that. Now, your songwriting process, do you write lyrics or music first, or is there a certain way you go about constructing songs? How does that work?
Yes, I've been asked that many, many times, and I always have the same answer. I watched on TV, Merle Haggard won the Country Music Award for songwriting, and the interviewer asked him, what his secret was with songwriting, and Merle, his answer was that he believes that songs are already written, and some of us are, have the privilege of hearing them and writing them down. And when I saw that, it kind of made the hair on the back of my neck stand up, because I thought I was the only one. And Merle explained it exactly the same way that I would say it, because I believe they're already written. Sometimes I can hear them. I'm trying to sleep. I get up and I strum my guitar and I sing into my phone. And the next day I got a rough draft of my song from my producer.
Do you have inspiration for songs strike you at different places, like when you're sleeping or driving or doing certain things, or do you kind of sit down and you sit down with the intent on putting together a song?
Oh yeah, like magic in the music. That was I was driving the hours that I mentioned in the song, and the same thing with this next song here, I Want to Fly. It was a time that I was getting off of hard drugs. I was going through a really dark part of my life. And I got clean and sober. I've been that way for 33 years now.
Congratulations.
So yeah, thank you. But at that time, the song was really raw.
How long does it take to put together a song when you have the general idea, maybe a riff that you put on your phone, maybe just some basic lyrics, until the song is actually finished and ready to record?
Sometimes it gels for a day or two, but most of the time it's in one sitting, because I can't lose it. I have to make certain that I record it, otherwise I'll never remember it the next day.
And it's already written, so it's easy to transcribe onto a tape, right?
That's right. That's the way I feel anyway. I'm listening to it, yeah.
Here is the Seaweed Band, I Want to Fly. Indie music on the Country Spotlight, true music discovery on SongCast.
Gonna lay my weight down at your feet and rest here for a while. I'm feeling low, Lord, I feel defeat. I feel I've just walked my last mile, so I'll rest here for a while. I'm hiding from the street. I've been to church, Lord, I've been to school, but I couldn't find you there. So I defied them, I broke all the rules. I just didn't seem to care when I couldn't find you there. Oh Lord, I've been a fool. I wanna fly like a free bird flies. There's a blue sky calling me. shelter of your smile. You were with me all the while, waiting patiently. Some call it karma, some folks call it fate. They say one day you'll understand. When you're down, it's all one big mistake. Lord, I finally understand. You can take me by the hand and lead me on your way. I wanna fly like a free bird flies. There's a blue sky calling me. Then I know that I'll always be in the shelter of your smile. You were with me all the while, waiting patiently. I wanna fly like a free bird flies. There's a blue sky calling me. Then I know that I'll always be in the shelter of your smile. You were with me all the while, waiting patiently. In the shelter of your smile, you were with me all the while, waiting patiently.
You are listening to the Seaweed Band. Featured artist on the Country Spotlight, that was I Wanna Fly. Before that, Old Rodeo Cowboys, bringing home the good times, magic in the music. Great country music out of Canada. One of the many artists that we are so proud to have as part of the SongCast family. We had a book that was out. You also had a documentary on CBC Manitoba. Any other kind of major media stuff that is brewing for the Seaweed Band?
Well, what's brewing right now, most exciting is a couple of things. One is the new book, of course, the Seaweed Band, Going the Distance. But even more exciting than that is we're writing a screenplay right now for an actual, well, it was a movie. We did do a screenplay for a movie, but they wanted to change that into a 4-part. Panic Films out of Toronto want to do a 4-part television series about my life and the band. So now we're rewriting a screenplay, and so that hopefully that'll be out in the next couple of years. So really looking forward to that.
How about new music? Are you working on new music?
Yes, we're doing a new album right now, our 21st. We've released a couple of songs actually to the radio. One went up to number 3, a song called Love of the Game. And the new album is called Spirit Rising. And I've been working on the songs for that for the last year and a half, but now I've got more songs than I need. I've got 23 songs, of which we're only going to put 10 on the next album. So that we're pretty much working all the time.
And we'll look for that new music on SongCast once it's available?
You sure will. Yeah, you'll have it.
How about another track called Run as One? Anything to say about that one?
Well, that was Run as One was kind of our like almost a new career, because it was such a big song. It was bigger than anything we had done in the past. It had a cultural part to it. It was, the indigenous national anthem across the country. That's what was referred to unofficially. but yeah, so it really our touring took off, and we were touring right across the country. Not even like usually we're touring here locally in 3 or 4 provinces, but Run as One took us right across the country. Just such a big song.
Here is the song that really broke things open for the Seaweed Band, Run as One. Indie music right here on SongCast. You are listening to the Country Spotlight. Seaweed Band is our featured artist. That was Run as One. We are talking with Errol Ranville about the band, and you said you've done lots and lots of touring. Tell me some of your favorite touring experiences.
Well, we really had a good time playing in Austin, Texas for the South by Southwest. That was a result of the song I Want to Fly. We also used to do the Navajo Fair almost every year. One year we did it with Juice Newton. One year we did it with Eddie Rabbit. And one year we did it with late Waylon Jennings. So I became a very good friends with Waylon, and I spoke with him quite a bit. We did open a couple of other shows for Waylon, one here and once in Fort Randall, South Dakota at one of the Indian casinos. So, that part, I really enjoy that part of our career.
I know that you played some shows in the U.S. How does the country scene differ in Canada from the U.S.?
Not much, really. In Canada, it's probably a little bit, quite a bit smaller, and it's a little more intimate. Everybody knows everybody. Well, I suppose it's that way too in the U.S., but I think that the friendships are maybe a little bit closer. And everybody knows what everybody else is doing, so it's kind of a little competition within a competition. So it's a lot of fun.
I know in the last 20 years, country radio has really taken off in the U.S. How is the country radio scene in Canada?
I think same. Whatever happens in the U.S. is going to happen here. So it's pretty close. Except for that the Canadian artists here, of course, have a little bit more profile than they would in the U.S., of course.
Tell us again where we can find you on social media.
You can find me through Facebook, either the Seaweed Band or Errol Ranville. I've got 10,000 friends on there, so we may have to open another one is Errol Ranville, and the other one is the Seaweed Band. So now I will probably open one now called Errol Ranville and the Seaweed Band, or something like that. Just to add on another 5,000 friends.
That is fantastic that your popularity just keeps building and building. What do you attribute your success to?
Well, you know what? Because we're native, we're all native. We have all that kind of niche market. But I think too is the fact that the quality of the music and the reason that the fact that I write the songs. It's rare that you have a band that's had that kind of longevity, but has like an in-house songwriter. So I'm the singer, so I'm also the songwriter. So I've written like 200 songs.
How would you say those 200 songs have progressed over the years? How are they different, like from the first 5 or 10 years to like the last 5 or 10 years?
Oh, it's really obvious that my song has evolved. My songwriting has evolved. The songs that I'm writing now are superior to songs that I've written in the first, say 1980s and 1990.
Let's close out with a track called "Last Ride." You want to talk about that one?
Yeah, "Last Ride." We hadn't played together with my brothers for a while. And I wanted to get the band back together, so to speak. And I was in New York watching John Fogerty. I actually went to see Jackson Browne, and I got the idea for the song while I was there at a concert at Nikon Jones Beach Theater at Long Island. And I phoned the guys right from sitting in my concert seat, and told them I wanted to play again, wanted to get together again. They were pumped, and I said, I'm writing a song right now. I said, we can use this song. And after I released it, and it was played on Sirius Radio, I got a $76,000 U.S. check.
Nice.
Of royalties. Pretty happy.
Let's get into it. "Last Ride," Seaweed Band, featured artist on the Country Spotlight here on SongCast.
It's a matter of time. It blows my mind that we're saying goodbye another last time. Here we go again, asking where have you been. We're giving our trying another last last time, baby, yeah, the last time, maybe we'll be walking out the door. There won't be another last time, baby, 'cause we won't be here anymore. There was a time when all was fine. It's never meant to be another last time. I see that look in your eye. You're starting to cry. I just can't believe it. We're saying goodbye all over again. It's the last time, baby, yeah, the last time, maybe we'll be walking out the store. There won't be another last time, baby, 'cause we won't be here anymore. It's a matter of time. It blows my mind that we're saying goodbye another last time. Another last time. Another last time.
That was Last Ride, closing out the show here with the Seaweed Band. What a great edition of the Country Spotlight. Thanks so much for hanging out and sharing all these stories with us, Errol. Really good stuff.
It was absolutely my pleasure, and also my pleasure to share my songs and my songwriting.
Anything you want to say in closing? Any other stuff you want to lay upon us?
In closing, hopefully, we got 21 albums. I hope we do another 21 before I'm done. So
make sure you support this hardworking indie artist. Once again, Amazon, Apple Music, buy some tracks, put them on your phone, play them in the car, share them with your friends and family, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Support hardworking indie music. Support this great country band, the Seaweed Band. Thank you so much, Errol. It's really been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Have a great day.
Listen, explore, discover indie music from around the world. Spotlight features all types of indie music: hip-hop, rock, pop, electronic, country, blues, jazz, and more. Spotlight. Listen to thousands of hours of archived indie music anytime, anywhere. Experience Spotlight, the best indie music from around the world. Commercial-free and free to stream. SongCast Radio. True music discovery.